Here comes the first pitch. Hit to short. Logan is up with it. And there's one gone to start the night.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
In now, Matt Duffy. As he'll take a breaking ball then off the plate for ball one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
In there, 1-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe. And unfortunately, he let that one go. And he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you gotta be ready for the heater.
Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by LeMahieu. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 29, Tommy Pham.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and a strike to count. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Go in order, 1, 2, 3. Tampa Bay nothing. Yankees coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. ENice3828's is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Tampa Bay. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're going to look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks. And that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Couple of hits in 5 trips to the plate for him back on Wednesday. First offering on its way. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out.
Batting third.
Now to the plate, Eric Logan. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. From the stretch. Hard hit ball to short, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Stepping in now, Cody Bellinger. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd. Back now for the 2nd inning in the Bronx, and here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather.
Matt, light rain is in the forecast throughout most, if not all, of the game, but I've been told it's not expected to cause any delays. The grounds crew will just need to make an effort to keep the field as dry as possible between innings, especially the heavy traffic areas like the pitching mound and around the bases.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. And beyond keeping the surface playable, I'm sure you guys would agree, it's avoiding the stops and starts that becomes important in games like this one.
Yeah, 100%, Matty. The biggest thing is if you're going to be out there, you want to grind with the boys. You don't want your starting pitcher having to be sat down. You don't want to have to go inside for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then get refocused and restarted up again. Matty, you're so focused out there, you just want to compete and see the game all the way through.
Fans, it's still only May, but summer will be here before you know it. So there's no better time than the present to make sure you'll be part of the action this summer with a full or partial season ticket plan. Don't miss out. For information, stop by any stadium window and say hello to one of our friendly ticket agents. They'll find the plan to suit your needs.
This is one of the things on there.
Hey fans, want an even easier way to buy tickets to an upcoming game? Well, what could be easier than doing it through your mobile phone? Visit MLB.com on your mobile device. Select the game you want and bring your digital ticket with you to the game or print them at home. How easy is that? Visit MLB.com/tickets for all the details. If you're sitting in section 121, row H, you're sitting in the Topps lucky row of the game. You'll all be taking home a pack of Topps baseball cards. Congratulations from Topps. Hey fans, a reminder to check out the fast pitch pitching cage located on the 100 level behind first base. To date, the fastest pitch thrown is 91 miles an hour, set by Kyle Saul. And the slowest is 44 miles an hour, set by Joe Wilkerson. A reminder to those fans sitting in the lower levels behind home plate. If any of you decide to get on your cell phone and wave to your friends, you will be immediately subject to imprisonment of no less than 20 years. We thank you.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Into the box now, Willie Adames. As he'll take a good look at a curveball that sweeps right across the zone in there for the first strike. That average pushing up near 350 now. 8 home runs and 22 RBIs. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Now a breaking ball, but it's low. No score here as we play inning number 2. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. So stepping in, Kyle Higashioka. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looked to be a sinker there, up in the zone a bit, but called to strike. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, for me, I'm going to go off script here. I think one of the keys to winning this game, I get it, the pitcher has to throw strikes, the offense has to show up. But I need more energy, more focus. I need guys flying around. I need guys looking like they want to win a ball game.
Here's the 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Batting 6th, the second baseman.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring in B.J. LeMahieu. First pitch on its way. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. LeMahieu is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods. But I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
And he looks at a sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He was 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Set to deliver the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a sinker called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Dan Dero and I are back at Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Ji-Man Choi the next to hit. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch on its way. Lifted into center field. Gardner is there. He's got it one away.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
Kiermaier, 28 years old. He was taken in the very late rounds back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And he fouls this one off. Third inning, no score to this point. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
That'll bring in Guillermo Heredia now. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
Welcome back. As the Yankees prepare for their third turn through the order, fans of the Bronx Bombers have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. In fact, with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in all of Major League Baseball, it's probably safe to say they have the absolute best offense in the sport these days. As one player told me earlier, yeah, I mean, you don't have to dig too deep into the stats to understand the level we're playing at. We have a special group, we know it, And we still think we can get better. Safe to say no one else around the league hopes they can, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. One out here in the Yankees' third inning, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Next for the Yankees.
At the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and he can't hang on. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. Oh, he misses it. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Well, you can see what happens here. He's so focused on lining up to make his throw that he forgets one small detail. You got to catch it first. So he gets tagged with an error, as well he should.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Pham. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Always productive to score runs when you can. And that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
First pitch of the at-bat. Well, this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. And that will bring up Joey Wendell back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Rizzo shading to his right, and he brings it in on the warning track.
The third baseman, number 5.
One out here in the Tampa Bay fourth, and that means the corner infielder Matt Duffy will bat next. No runs, no hits, one error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. Higashioka is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Tommy Pham. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and the Rays are in the hit column.
He's been cold. Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big right now.
Here now is Mike Zunino. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the two-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. One left for Tampa. They trail it here 2-0. Standing in, Kyle Higashioka. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The pitcher, Kyle Higashioka.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now here's a shot out to right center field. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. And he will creep ever closer to that record, as you see there. DJ. This hitting streak has reached epic proportions now.
D-Row, this guy is just amazing right now. He's just swinging a magic wand, and it looks like there's no end in sight to this streak.
Yeah, you can't think of anything else. This is national news right here. This is all anybody's talking about. When you start getting into these numbers, almost 2 months, and you're challenging Joe DiMaggio and the 56-game hit streak, it's all anybody should be talking about.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Into the box, Brett Gardner. Hard hit towards center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And this will get all the way out to the 399 sign in Death Valley. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple. Last place now is the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another flyout wouldn't be all that bad if he can get it deep enough.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Here's big Aaron Judge. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now.
Goldschmidt.
First offering on its way. Line towards center field. Heredia will get there, and he puts it away to retire. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And it's fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Up next for the Rays, Daniel Robertson. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. Now at the plate, Ji-Man Choi. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 now. Lifted down the line in left. Goldschmidt into foul territory, and that will end up a foul ball. Now another 1-2. Another one sent foul. He'll try again, 1-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. They're down 4-0. Standing in, Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The left fielder, Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now Rizzo belts one, carrying well to right field. Into the second deck and gone. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. 46 now for him on the season, and that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now. Standing in now, Eric Logan. This is line to left. Pham is there, and he has it for the out.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw just in time as he was flying down the line that time. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will review the play from all available angles to come to a final decision.
The Yankees are challenging.
So here's one last look at that replay from another angle. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call. And boy, I'll tell you what, I just don't see it there. I'd be pretty surprised if this challenge works out for them in this case.
Headsets coming off. Here comes the decision, and he is indeed out as originally called. So they lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game. In now, Kyle Higashioka. Line toward right center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch, and the inning is over. Yanks able to add on one more. Stepping into the box, Kevin Kiermaier will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Ready for another chance. Guillermo Heredia looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Bellinger ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. So Tampa's batting order turns over and set to go. Joey Wendell. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now the pitch. Ball 1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Brett Gardner, a hit in 2 tries for him so far.
Brett Gardner.
First pitch coming. Here it is. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center. Number 43 on the year for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Now this one's crushed. Left field line, and he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. And there's a base hit on the line.
You know, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak, 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had a knock. You can't get caught up in it. You have to trust the process. Keep doing what got you to this point. Staying focused, not trying to do too much, staying within your plan.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Stepping in now, Paul Goldschmidt. And that's through into center field, base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's 8-0.
You know, D-Roll, hitting in the leadoff spot, we're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2-out RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit. This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
Kiermaier is there to put it away for out number 1.
Next for the Yankees.
Ready for another shot now, Eric Logan, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching. Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And it's quickly 0-2. Hard liner to center field. Heredia is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. 2 away now in the Yankees' 6th, and that brings in the former National League Rookie of the Year, Cody Bellinger. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Scooped up. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. Back here in the Bronx, this one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. So striding in, Matt Duffy. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there for strike one, 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
The 0-2 once more. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. LeMahieu is there for it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Mike Zunino. And then it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Skied into very shallow right. Bellinger has a play. And the inning is over. Down in order to go the Rays. Still 8-0. And we're back for the bottom of the 7th as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with the Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ryan Stanek enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Heredia is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in, DJ LeMahieu. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. The 0-1 delivery. Hit on the ground out to short. too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
The center fielder, number 11.
Stepping up now, Brett Gardner. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for the Yankees.
Well, with that base hit right there, D-Road, he's one double. He's 3/4 of the way to the cycle. He gets 1 more AB. All he needs is a double.
Yeah, and I got to be honest with you. If I'm hitting right here and I have a chance for a triple, Dan, guess who's tripping coming around second base? That's it.
Hang on for 2.
Pulling up.
Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. Make it 9-0.
The right fielder, number 99.
Stepping in, Aaron Judge. 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to left center. 29 home runs for him on the year as they just continue to pour it on here. Hunter Wood comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Line hard. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Digging in, Anthony Rizzo hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it. Bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Into the box now, Eric Logan. And he hits it hard to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Into the box, Cody Bellinger. Line towards center field. Heredia is there, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Kyle Higashioka. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heat.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them score. Stepping into the box, Willie Adames. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how the starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Sent on.
Now batting.
1 gone here in the 8th as we check our line score to this point. And boy, you can see the story of the game right there in the hit column. Just 1 hit allowed through 7 1/3. He has been awfully tough to solve. Ready now, Daniel Robertson. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. LeMahieu waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman.
In now, Ji-Man Choi. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Here's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Bellinger's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. He's through 8 with the shutout intact. Home half. Into the box, DJ LeMahieu, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day.
The second baseman.
First pitch on its way.
LeMahieu.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Damn. What does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the air?
It's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going,
The center fielder.
I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
Right side, but it's well foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Up and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider. Emilio Pagan enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Emilio.
Giancarlo Stanton now. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it's a foul ball. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Pagan, a former member of the Oakland A's. He was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And there's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 99.
And now we're going to have a delay as some nitwiz jumped over the railing and is running around in right field. And, of course, we will not show this to you, but suffice to say that local security has got him surrounded, and he can look forward to spending the rest of this evening in the cooler. Making his way to the plate, Aaron Judge. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. Wind up and the 0-1. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. His second of the game as the blowout continues. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Yeah, Matty B. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Called strike 0-2. Hit on the line.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, B-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Line to the right side. But foul. Liner towards second. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. 9th inning coming up. The Yankees are out in front, 16-0. Digging in, Kevin Kiermaier starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Gardner is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Guillermo Heredia. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Bellinger fields cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So the batting order turns over now. He's set to go Joey Wendell. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout. And it's off the first base bag. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
The third base.
Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Now his swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. LeMahieu is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game. So they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
16-0 the final tonight. New York led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Nestor Cortes Jr. wins his 3rd of the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at
Stop.